homes and buying, different things. And so, I mean, I don't know exactly what he's doing. So, I mean, I haven't seen him. In quite some time.
And like that, people get money, man. Things change. I don't care whether it's your father, mother, whoever.
100 million. If he's burning through 5, 6, 7 million a month, you still got taxes, you still got responsibilities.
Floyd Mayweather's own family has opened up about their falling out with him. His father said it all started with a simple talk about a car. That quickly turned into a big argument. Money changes people, he said, clearly upset about how fame and fortune hurt their bond.
We had, at one time, we was coming up, we have never had an argument in our life, me and him. Then we had an argument on what was the name of it? HBO. We was on HBO. Then another time we argued over by the car. I'm saying, man, what is all this about now? I'm just saying, and we never had no argument. All of a sudden, I don't know. I'm just telling you, man. It is or it ain't. Sometimes, hey, when people it ain't about me training or anything like that. People get money, man. Things change. I don't care whether it's your father, mother, whoever. Father, mother, brother, sister, name it. If sometimes when people get money.
Jeff Mayweather also shared his thoughts, saying he's confused by Floyd's current lifestyle. He doesn't get why Floyd keeps buying buildings and jumping into new businesses nonstop. Jeff thinks Floyd's life after boxing looks messy. Even though he retired, he keeps coming back for exhibition fights. Jeff believes Floyd just can't give up, especially not the fame or the money.
I have no idea. I mean, like I said, I don't necessarily see Floyd very much. So we don't really get a chance to talk very much. And so I don't really know what's going on with him. I know he's doing things that, to better his life, like, buying homes and buying, different things. And so, I mean, I don't know exactly what he's doing. So, I mean, I haven't seen him in quite some time. And I haven't heard about him talking about doing any more exhibitions.
Floyd once said, "When it comes to legal bank robbing, I'm the best," showing off his confidence and bold personality. That quote came when he was making huge money from fights, but now it doesn't sound as cool. It feels more like an excuse for risky financial choices. His confidence may have blinded him to the trouble ahead.
A quick heist. I'm gonna let y'all know this. Y'all can say what y'all want to say. At the end of the day, I'm the smart one. Because I don't care if you write good about me, you write bad about me, just keep writing about me.
One of Floyd's former business partners shared a surprising truth. Even at his peak, Floyd spent more than he earned. Whether it was 5 or 6 million a month, his spending was out of control. He ignored taxes and bills, which made it hard to keep his fortune. Eventually, the money started to vanish fast.
We both made some real money, but you start burning through, you make $2-3 million a year, you burning through $100,000 a month. You ain't really got that much money.
Shit, he probably spending way more than that.
No, I'm talking regular dudes.
I see what you're
say
saying.
we made $3 million, we burning through $100,000 a month. We really don't got no paper like that saved up.
That's a fact.
So even if he's making $100 million, if he's burning through 5, 6, 7 million a month, you still got taxes, you still got responsibilities. So I don't know nobody's bag, but me and you, we real. Yeah. We never count nobody paper. So
not at all.
I hope he got 10 billion. And I hope he get out of his problem.
That's a fact, because you would figure he should be able to just cash him out. Like whatever the tab is, he should be able to wire that.
I think he could do that with no problem. I think he got all the money in the world. I think they may not want it. Some different countries be wanting different things. Think about it. How many times have, we've been involved with something and we go, nah, man, we just throw some paper at it. And I'm talking back in the days when we was doing our little 1-2s.
Correct.
And Nah, they don't want to drop the case. You'd be like, I'll put the money up for the lawyer. I'll put the money up for the bail. They don't want to drop it. And you find yourself 9-10 months later sitting there like, oh, shit, this shit's getting real. So I think that's the problem he's going through. I think it may be getting real.
Wow. That's crazy, man. And you would figure his big homie Al Heyman would rectify it.
Al's a powerhouse. Al's that dude. Al should be able to rectify anything. He's a Harvard lawyer.
Floyd always said he's his own boss. He handles his own deals, signs his own checks, and answers to no one. That worked in the ring, but not in the business world. In finance, smart people get help from experts. Floyd's choice to go solo has led to risky moves and poor money decisions.
Floyd Mayweather, after the Aaron Chambers fight, went to Monaco and put 11 million on black. Or like 50 million on black.
Everyone earns their own money. You do what you want with your money. Right?
Yeah.
But to an extent, I don't respect it because you're someone that's in such a seat of influence, especially when like we were younger. We used to
look up to Floyd.
And what's he teaching the guys growing up? Well, spunk your money on
on
casino,
dumb shit.
Work so hard to get it, and then throw it away in the casino. Like, come on, man.
That's the thing. It's like that lifestyle. Floyd is not. Why do you think he's come back doing exhibitions and that, bro?
Sure.
Probably, I don't think Floyd. Don't get me wrong.
I think his level of broke is our level of rich.
Floyd has always loved being flashy. Remember when he rolled into Mexico on a tank? He does big things to grab attention. But all that showmanship often means spending huge amounts on things with no real value. It might look fun, but it could be a sign he's trying too hard to keep up an image that no longer fits. Gervonta Davis, a boxer Floyd mentored, shared a troubling story. He claimed Floyd was once held in Dubai over unpaid jewelry debts. If true, it shows Floyd might be struggling to maintain his expensive lifestyle. The man who once seemed unbeatable is now surrounded by rumors of financial trouble that no Instagram post can hide.
I'm speechless if this is true, but Floyd Mayweather is supposedly held hostage in Dubai. Gervonta Davis suggested this, who I believe is signed under Floyd Mayweather. Then Floyd responded back of posting a video of Tank dancing on his IG, saying, "We always knew he had sugar in the tank." Like, actually, that's insane posting this online. I'm not even kidding. And then Tank went on his IG story to say this.
You owe them people over in Dubai that money. Tell them get on live right now. And you owe people in Saudi Arabia.
And Floyd responded back saying he should fight Shakur instead. I have no clue what is going on with this beef, but they're basically saying that Floyd Mayweather is broke and owes people money and he's hiding in Dubai. I'm actually speechless if any of that is remotely true, but I kind of can see that coming. I don't know if you guys remember this, but Logan Paul and Jake Paul, like 2 years ago, said that Floyd is actually broke. And it low-key might be true, but we'll see what happens.
Floyd seems to have a pattern. He buys luxury things and delays paying for them in Dubai. People who used to trust him now avoid doing business with him. Living on credit and reputation doesn't last forever. Even billionaires go broke if they don't pay their bills.
The Tank's come out with a bit of a mad statement, and he said that Floyd Mayweather has been held captive in Dubai because he owes people money and he can't pay them, or won't pay them, one or the other. Before I carry on, please hit that follow button if you haven't already. We're on a mission to get to 10k. Now for me, the idea that one of the richest men in the world cannot pay somebody in Dubai is a bit mad. However, Tank Davis has come out and said ask Floyd to go live right now, and he can't. Which is a fair point, and knowing how Mayweather's ego is, if it was possible for him to go live, he would be responding to this straight off the bat. Now that being said, it wasn't that long ago since we saw that video call between him and Bill Haney on the internet. So whether this is true or not, I do not know. It could just be Tank throwing shots at Floyd Mayweather, because I know that that relationship has been a little bit ropey in the last few years. But you never know, especially with somebody like Mayweather, who sometimes comes across with a bit of a god complex. Maybe he's just tried screwing the wrong people. But let me know what you guys think to this. Do you think that Floyd Mayweather is being held captive in Dubai? Or do you think this is just Tank Davis stirring up some stuff? Let me know in the comments. As always, a like, a favourite, save a share, all appreciated. Please hit that follow button if you haven't already. We're on a mission to get to 10k. Peace out.
Davis also said Floyd doesn't like seeing other fighters pass him. That's normal for a competitive person, but it shows something deeper in ego that won't let go. Floyd wants to stay on top so badly he can't step aside, but by doing that, he's actually holding back the careers of those he once supported, and it hurts his legacy more than it helps.
You thought Mayweather set you up against Pedraza. Did he really think Pedraza was gonna beat you?
He didn't know how good I was and how I would have like handled the situation, so he just threw me out there.
Why do you think he did that?
He was hurt. He was hurt. I mean, not even hurt. He was just bad. First of all, Floyd don't never want to see no one like a fighter do better than them. How the fuck would you say Terrence Crawford should fight? Benavidez. That don't make no fucking sense. He don't never want to see nobody be better than him. I'm telling you.
Who's next in line? Just so you're next in line.
Is there like a
The last question, guys.
is there like a love-hate like
yeah,
fighter?
Yeah, I love the fighter. Like, I ain't gonna lie, if he was like chill, like he'll be the smoothest. But he's not. You know what I mean? He's a great fighter. And my bad. And
you're good, man.
And he because I don't want to say like he's just a scumbag, but it's like he's a great fighter, and sometimes he can be good, but it's like it's always I'm this, I'm that, and it just I don't know.
Floyd has claimed to make over $350 million from some fights, but sources say those numbers were pumped up. In many cases, he actually made closer to $60 million. It seems like he inflates his income to keep up his image, but this also raises questions about how real his wealth really is.
How much money could you reasonably walk out of this fight with?
350 million.
$350 million.
Yes.
Wow. I know you love money, right? I mean,
it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
What do you do with all this money?
You know, cash is king.
Do you have an ATM card?
I'm the human ATM.
Podcaster Joe Rogan recently called out Floyd's tax troubles. Rogan said avoiding taxes might be why the IRS is keeping an eye on him. No matter how flashy your life is, tax authorities don't care. Ignoring taxes can lead to serious legal problems even for someone who made millions.
He owed that money to the IRS. How much does he owe?
It's in the $20+ million range.
It's a lot of money, man.
But it's not something that he's been, it's not like deception.
No.
It's just neglect to
It's
pay.
neglect. And it's also like, I think, and there is like a truth to this, he makes so much money, there's probably a point when they're like, hey, it's time to pay your taxes. And you go like, all right, here's a check for $25 million. That's an incredible amount of money. And then they go, that's true, but you owe 50 more. And he's just like, that can't be right. I've given you $25 million.
Yeah, he's bought over 100 luxury cars from the same dealer and always pays in cash.
He has $15 million worth of cars.
Congrats. You can sell those.
Boxing promoter Eddie Hearn gave a blunt opinion on Floyd's recent career choices. He said Floyd's exhibition matches and risky investments show he's still chasing money. For someone who was supposed to have plenty, that looks desperate. Hearn believes it's not just about fame, it might be about survival.
How about Mayweather?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
not the biggest man.
I think that Mayweather was unquestionably one of the best ever. But I don't know. I mean, it's difficult to say he's not a true fighter because he fought everybody he could of his era. But he was a different kind of skill set. You know, he was very much hit and don't get hit, which is the art of boxing. I think sometimes when these guys carry on and they do the exhibitions and all that kind of stuff, it just sort of diminishes the legacy a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
And that's what I feel like's happened with Mayweather.
Why do you think he does those things, though? Do you think
for money?
I
don't think he's got the money he says. That's what I think.
I think he still needs the money.
I don't
after
think
all
he
these
needs
years.
the money. But you know when you got that lifestyle, right? So when you're spending what he's spending,
It's a lot of expenses.
Yeah.
Floyd used to be admired by fans everywhere, but now people are starting to question his honesty. Many of his bold claims, especially about owning property, don't seem to be true, since his public image was built on wealth and success. Being exposed like this is damaging his reputation.
Hey, who said Floyd ain't still out here doing big deals? Money Mayweather just inked a massive $402 million real estate deal in New York City, buying up 60 apartment buildings from Black Spruce Management, the equivalent of 1,000 apartment units. Now, Floyd said the goal is to be able to provide affordable housing to families that need it. Most of the units are located in Upper Manhattan. And he said that when he was a kid, his dream was just to be able to own a home and that you can achieve anything if you put your mind to it. Damn, Floyd just bought the block. I'm proud of Floyd. He's come a long way. This is a guy who was once seen burning money in a nightclub. He spent $17 million on a watch. Not to pocket watch him, but people looked at him for years like, yo, he wastes a lot of money. Does he ever give back? And now he's providing affordable housing? Damn, Money Mayweather's come a long way. This is a real good look. It shows evolution. It shows maturity. Not to mention, it's always great to see another person of color become a landlord in New York City.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
And on a point like this, because we're in New York City right now, we're in Manhattan. That's what we do. Come on. All this money made. No partners. All by myself. Over 1,000 apartments. I'm just getting started.
Mayweather often showed off land he claimed to own in New York, using it as proof of smart investing. But insiders now say he may have exaggerated. If that's true, it shows a pattern creating a public image that doesn't match reality.
If that's safe to say, I should say.
But we might see it more in New York, maybe?
Well, I live in New York.
I know. By the way, I saw you bought like 40 apartments or something.
Well, no. Actually,
I think you bought New York. I mean, oh my God.
I didn't buy New York, but I feel like everyone should own a piece of the earth. And I feel like you can't go wrong with New York real estate. So what I did was, in one of my portfolios, because I don't know the exact number, because they said if you know how much money you got, you really don't have no money. So if you know how many buildings you got, you don't really have no buildings. So I think I own right now somewhere upwards of 100 buildings or more.
Joe Rogan also talked about Floyd's love for luxury. The constant display of watches, cars, and designer clothes might be more than just style. It could be hiding insecurity. For someone who says he's unbeatable, Floyd seems to always need attention. True confidence doesn't need to be shown off all the time.
The only person who's been able to do like that is Floyd Mayweather. He's the only guy who's been able to just be balling out of control, constantly flashing money, $1 million watches, a fleet of super expensive cars, and still fucks everybody up. The thing about Floyd is he never lost his discipline. Floyd would famously run home from the nightclub. So he would go out in Vegas, he'd be partying. It looked like he's partying, he's drinking water. And then he would have his driver drive, and with his pants on, jeans on, he would jog home. I mean, the dude was always trained.
One of the most revealing breakdowns in Floyd's life came from his longtime...
One of Floyd's closest friendships fell apart over money. Rapper 50 Cent once stepped in to help while Floyd faced jail, investing $2 million into Floyd's business. But Floyd denied ever asking for help and didn't pay him back. That ended their friendship for
50 Cent and Mayweather.
Yeah.
This looked like a friendship that was going to last a lifetime. What the hell happened?
As he was actually going into jail, he asked me to help him with Mayweather Promotions. As he actually got in and I took a look, I realized there is no Mayweather Promotions. There's no LLC. So technically, Floyd is a golden boy fighter. They build the whole show.
Yeah.
When he comes home, there's the Let's Get Floyd Back in Pocket campaign, where, it's $300,000 chains being bought and buying a new Lamborghini and all these new things. And I'm sitting there going, yo, when you gonna give me the money?
Are we talking over $2 million?
It's about that. When he finally does bring up the actual situation, he acted like he didn't know anything. Like, I didn't tell y'all to do that. I didn't tell you to do that. Like, Floyd, he ain't that, man. I'm telling you, man. Like, if they push me to a certain point, I'll mess up in front of everybody. Because it's just the way I'm brought up. Like, I never ran from anything because I never had nobody to go to. I've always had where I'm going. Home to get me.
In a recent video, Floyd said he'll never compromise when it comes to money. He might be flexible in other areas, even boxing, but not with finances. While that might sound strong, it's also caused fights and broken relationships along the way.
My thing is that we can't fuck up the money. We can't fuck up the money no matter what. We can fuck up a lot of things. We can fuck up the club. We can fuck up a house. We can fuck up a car, but we can't fuck up the money.
So you mean to tell me at the minute where your uncle and...
I knew a fine was coming instantly.
You knew a fine was coming?
I knew it.
But not one piece of your thing said, let me go snuff
I couldn't do
Judah real quick.
No.
No?
I was already taking care of business.
Okay, all right. You said, fuck that, let's stay on the
Let's
back.
keep it, I mean, my thing was this. We're professionals.
That's all for today's video. Stay tuned for more updates.